Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel, man. Great to be back guys with another video on the map conversion of Nevada SA or South Africa, and we are currently busy converting the map. If you haven't followed the series, this is episode 6. Do watch out the whole series. There's a lot of tips and a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, just get stuck in and join the fun. We are converting a map full on from FS19 to FS22. So hopefully if you're into that process, this will help a lot. There's a lot of things, like I say, going on. So let us have a look. Currently we basically doing all our placeables, our sell points and points of stuff there, what you can purchase and sell, and whatever is needed on the map to make the map playable and working in game. Good then. So if this is your first time, please do remember to like the video, and more importantly, do subscribe. It does help the channel grow. Really appreciate that. Great guys, so currently what I'm gonna do, or what I'm busy with, is expanding the quarry a little bit. At the current moment we only have lime being sold here at the quarry. So what we want to do is I want to add something else to the map, like coal. Now to have coal on the map, it means that we first gonna have to have a look at how coal or how lime. I'm gonna base the coal on lime and just put some heaps down for coal, and then you can buy via the lime station. I'm gonna modify the lime station to make coal, you know, or to produce coal, or to sell coal rather, if you want to put it like that. Great, so let's get stuck in with that first. So first of all, we want some heaps that looks like coal, and hopefully we can create some. So what I'm going to do is grab one of these lime heaps and go file, export selection into our map. I've got the modified lime station in the previous video, so I'm going to just do it in the same thing and just call it a coal quarry, you know, like so, just like that. So we export that R3D now to create a new shape and everything in our map, while in its own little R3D, because you cannot use this heap and modify it here, because the moment you modify something on the lime heap, because it's connected to the same material, lime heap material, whatever you do to the lime heap is going to change. Whatever you do to the new coal heap will it will happen to the lime heap. So you need a new import to change it, and there it is now. So if you go here to this one, we're going to right click this one, open with Notepad++ first. Yes, we want to reload it. Sorry, I already opened it. Now first things we want to change is the material name, just so that it have a different material name, and obviously we'll just call it coal heap material, and here by the shape file we'll just call this coal. This will separate it in the R3D from each other, you know, so that in your map R3D you have a coal heap material and the shape file will be called coal heap. Alright, that's basically all we need to do there, and then just save this. All done with that. What was this for? Selling station. Oh, that's for modest, but I want to check what this was. Selling station generic. Right, it was just a selling station I was busy working on, I think maybe in the previous video. Alright, so what we can do now is just file import, and we're going to go import our new lime heap, which is now a coal heap. Control X that and drop it into, I'm going to put it in the same transform for the quarry, so it's Control V in there, and then once it's here, good, we can now place it on its own. So I'm going to just drop it maybe here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to find a new material for it to make it black instead of white. So all we're going to get is just expand this a bit wider and give it a new albedo map. Let's go in here, find the texture. Now textures, the easiest will be in game. Keep it all in game. Go to maps, and then we've got all the textures for that here. But I know under the map Alpine, if you go into textures, I think it's here in its normal textures at the bottom somewhere. Yes, here we go. There's a rubber texture there which is nice and black. So let's open that and see what it looks like. Oh, you see now. What happened here now? Lime material. You see what I'm saying now? It's gone and done that. Why did it do that? Let me just undo that. It's not supposed to do that because I've got a different... It's lime material. Why is it on lime? Did I ever save that i3D? I don't think I did. Let me just delete that. Go back. Coal quarry. So open this up. Oh, sorry. We have to do it in the coal quarry itself. You open the i3D. Take the coal heap material. Set it here to the texture that we want. This is where it needs to be done. Not there. You can actually do it inside as well, but it's best to do it here. So, and then save. I don't think I've saved it. Why did it not do that? Not sure now why it did do that. Where's my XML? Let me just have a look. Oh, I've already closed it. That's alright. Let's just try and re-input that. It will be mods, Nevada, maps, placeables, lime station, coal quarry. There you go. Control X, coal heap, drop that in the quarry. Hopefully that will sort it out this time around. Coal B, yeah, that looks better, man. That looks way better. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm holding my left mouse button while I'm dragging it to position it, and I'm gonna hit Control and then just swing them around a few times so I can place like 3. By hitting the Control once, it will place it and rotate it for you automatically. And this coal heap looks like it's a bit in the air, so I don't know why it placed it there like that, but then just make sure that the rest of them are not in the air. Now those they placed fairly nice. Okay, so these are 3 coal heaps, and now we need a new cell point for that, obviously. So we're going to grab this boy, the lime station quarry, and just duplicate that. Control D. Okay, and drop it down here, because now we're going to have this boy here for the coal, like so, and we can buy coal from that. Obviously we're going to need the new fill type for this boy. I just want to get this trigger nicely aligned. Good. Alright, so where is this? It should be in my placeholders folder. That's correct. And now I'm going to call this coal station quarry. Coal. Let me just delete that like so. Just like that. Okay. So now we've got a cell point for it. We obviously can keep the same i3D, so it doesn't really matter. We just need this for the positioning. Now in our placeables XML, which is here, this is the lime station quarry. Let's Control C and duplicate that one. So now we'll just call this one coal. Okay, and now we need to actually go to the actual XML, change that, which is in our maps XML folder, lime station quarry. There it is. Oh, there's 2 of them. I just need 1, not 2. Okay, and then we're gonna call this boy coal, like so. And now we have a coal producing plant. The only thing now is we need the fill type, because at the moment everything is alright, but we need to have instead of lime we need to have well, here's the price scale as well. You can change the price scale in here too, which is nice. But we need coal. So where do we find coal? I wonder what maps do I have. We can grab coal from another map. Let me just think now quickly. Let's go to a new tab. Let's investigate a bit. The easiest will be to go to my maps backup. What maps have I got? FS22. Maybe. I wonder if the Champs de France map have got different. It won't be in this one. That's the one I'm busy converting for another guy. A Southern Cross Station. Maybe they have full types. Let's have a look. Nope, no full types there. I can't remember if the Hofbergman has got different full types. I know it definitely have a lot of. Where's the maps on this thing? There you go, full types. Control F, coal. No coal to be found. I'm going to quickly have a look for some coal for us. Great, man, I'll find some coal for us. On another map I was busy doing for another guy. Great, so coal, we need a full type for it first of all. So we're going to grab the full type there from the fulltypes.xml. Now, I'm actually running ahead a bit because I can't remember if I don't think I have set up any full types on my map yet. So let's have a quick browse if I have full types here. I do not have any full types. So before I can copy that, I need to quickly go to the in-game maps, which will be Farming Simulator 22 data maps, and then there's a full types here, which I think is a complete one. I think it is complete, yes. I can use that one. So let's go to that folder and just copy that, Control C, and then go to our maps, Control V, and then I can use this full types. Okay, so the next thing to do is grab the coal, Control C, and drop it in somewhere into the map. I suppose the order doesn't really matter. So now have a look. Wood chips, oilseed, wood, meadow, dry grass. So I'm going to put it here just below maybe the wood, like so. Home, Control V, and there you go. So we've got a full type now. Now we need to grab the images and stuff that this full type requires, and in that map it's under full plains TP. So we want to grab the HUD for it and the textures, all the stuff that the full plains need in order for it to work. So we want to navigate to each of these folders. So the first one to go to is full plains TP, and then we want to look at fruit, the HUD, and the ground textures. Okay, so let us navigate there. So that will be full plains TP. The HUD was the one, so I can already see it's probably only the one. It's called HUD for coal. Alright, so HUD for coal is the one we want, so grab that into our map. The easiest will be to go maps and then make a new folder called full plains, like so, and then just drop all the textures in there. So there's the first one. So back to the XML. The next one will be under ground textures, coal diffuse and asphalt normal. So it uses the asphalt normal for the coal diffuse. So let's go back to that one for background textures, and then coal diffuse and asphalt normal, that too. Control C to copy them. Back to our map, drop it in there. Great. So back to the XML. What is the third one? Is full plains. That is from the base game. $data full plains stone specular. I just want to verify that the path is right. dollar data full plane stone specular. So let's jump in there. Data full planes, and then press S for stone, and then we just have a look if we can see stone specular. There it is. Okay, so we can route that directly, doesn't matter. Then the last one is under ground texture asphalt distance diffuse. So let's have a look there. Under ground texture asphalt distance diffuse. It's a pity I didn't see that. Could have copied it already. Good. So that's our four textures done, with the one exception that's in game. And we can now close, I think. Let's first just have a look where the coal is all set up here. So there we go. So now we need to look at train wagon. On our full types, they've put it under train wagon, so I'm just going to copy that name coal. So the first instance there is train wagon. Train wagon, so I just navigate there and just drop coal in there, Control V to paste it. Alright, so that's our first one. And obviously our second one will be shovel. So let's go to shovel. Have it in the shovel as well. This is all the tools that can handle coal. So that's the shovel done, and then the last one will be loading vehicle. Loading vehicle. Wait a second. What's a loading vehicle? Isn't the loading vehicle the thing that pulls up the grass from the ground? That's what I thought the loading vehicle is. Am I mistaken? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's put it in under the loading vehicle. Loading vehicle. Maybe a loading vehicle is also a front end loader or something like that, you know. Good stuff. Great. So let's just make sure we have all the coals. Okay, look if coal is also at the sound and the full type sound. Don't know where that is gone to, but I think they've done its own rocks unload. Don't know if there's a rocks unload here, but let's have a look. Rocks unload, there is. It's drop coal in there as well. Great, so now we have a full type in our map, and I think if I've got it correct, that was the only things we need to do in the full types to make it work. Full types, let's save our, no we can't, we have to now reroute our coal, we have to reroute now to our maps directory, because this is now our full types. That full types we're done with. Now I'm just thinking if we now, we just need to route these to our maps directory structure. So our maps directory structure is maps full planes. Control C, copy that. It's our map from mods, it's our map name, so it's maps full planes, the directory structure for it. So we need to go these out like so, copy that in there, just overwrite this backslashes. So we have that, so it's maps full plane. Control copy that, drop that over here, Control V, and also over there, Control V, and also over there, asphalt distance diffuse, Control V. That one we've tested, it's in the right spot. So let's save this full planes, and now we also need to tell our map.xml that we now have a new full type, or a full type.xml is the right word. Good stuff. So we're going to find our map.xml and find our line for full types, which will be here, and route this back to our map, which is now, where is the full types? It's under maps. So we just need to make sure that we tell it not in the in-game anymore, but we now have it there under maps, fill types.xml. That should be all that needs to be done. So let's have a quick browse. Let's have a quick browse if that now works in game. It will be interesting. We did set up the lime station, coal, or the coal station. Oh, we haven't. You see, we almost tested it without consulting that. So coal we copy again back to the coal station, and then just change this trigger to coal like that, and the fill type to coal like so. This is for the price scale, and this is for the actual fill type that the trigger does. So the buying station now on the coal quarry becomes that. Save it up there. Alright, and then add our placeables.xml, which is here. We have now our coal station quarry. Quickly just have to set that up with our positioning. Control Shift C, back to the XML. Drop the positioning in there, because otherwise it's not going to load in the right spot in the map. And the rotation for it, grab that, drop it in here, Control V, like so. Good. Alright, so save it all up, make sure everything else is saved, and now we can give it a test. So let's have a look. I have to have a look if it's working. Nice. All good in a day's work. So hopefully now we've got a new fill type that we can load up and buy and still not sell. Remember, we still need to put up sell points for it in order for us to sell it. And now I've loaded the wrong map. Oh my word. It's my mind. I can't multitask. But anyway, we'll quickly just jump back out of the map, back to the menu, get past all those things. Okay, exit. Good stuff. Let's retry. Try and try again. There we go. That's what we want. We want this, not that. Good stuff. Great, man, guys. Yeah, this map is coming together nicely. Oh, I wanted to put the console on. There we go. So we have a problem somewhere. Let's quickly have a look what that problem was. That's how you find them. Coal station quarry. Oh, we forgot to store items. I always forgot to store items, guys. Why did you not remind me about the store items, guys? Very, very naughty. I forgot. Again, we need to have a store item. Every time you put a new XML in your map, you need to have a store item for it, because the game just doesn't work without the store items for some reason. Not that XML, this one here. Maps coal quarry. Copy that, drop it in here. Control V, just like so. Right. Let's retry now. Oh my word. Oh, stuff happens, guys. Oh, stuff happens. It's all in a day's work, as I always say. Let's retry. Console up. Let's see what flies by. Hopefully no errors. The nice thing about having a random map first time is it's been cached, so it will start up quicker the next time, you know. Good stuff. Now we can quickly have a look. I didn't see anything fly by, but we can quickly have a look. We should have a sign here. Let's visit it. Unfortunately now it still says lime station. We can fix that. Oh, and we don't see our coal heaps. That is very sad. Okay, anyways, we can test it. That's the main thing. Let's test it. Just gonna get the buying spot here, And let us go for our little Mahindra again. I want to give that one another go and see. This one can take stuff on its back. Now I remember from previous tries. Let's just have a look at what's going on here. So if you were now to bring your tractor and trailer in here, open AI worker. Sorry man, I pressed the wrong key there. Just get that out of the way again. So that one doesn't work. But this one do work. So the lime works. It's just the coal that doesn't work. Why does the coal not work? It didn't receive any errors. Okay, did we save our map? I think that's the problem. We didn't save our map, so that's why we don't see the changes here. But the XML does work because the lime quarry is showing. But let me just tip this, Control I. We don't have access to this land. Okay, I just need to empty this vehicle quickly. Empty, sorry. We don't have access to this land. So why does this trigger not work? Let's have a quick browse here. Did we not see any? So that is the lime quarry. Oh, it's just the i3D. Alright, so that's the i3D. It's loading. The lime quarry, sawmills. Just want to get to the spot where it loads the XMLs. That's just the in-game problem. I don't see any problems so far. I don't see any issues. Okay, so there is definitely something is afoot with our full types and whatever. Alright, so let me think. This loads via the XML. It doesn't really load. It doesn't load via the map. It loads via the XML. So I don't understand why it won't work unless let us go. But I did rename the XML, so it can't be that. Let me try and figure this out quick. Okay guys, you're gonna laugh at you if you see the stupidity or the oversight on my part of how small the problem really is. After about 20 minutes of figuring out what's going on, I finally stumbled on the problem in my full types.xml. I didn't realize that, well, in the full types we had a look at, there was only there, but you always have to put all your stuff in the bulk. So you have to put all the full types in your bulk as well. So I just didn't have coal in there. Can you believe it? That's all. However, I also want to make some quick changes, which I've realized. If you look at the map, this coal here, I want to just get to it. This textures here is actually how can I say? That rubber texture, they look good, but now that I've got actual coal texture, I was wondering if I could just change the coal heaps texture to the proper one, which is obviously the one that we now brought over from that other map. So it's Nevada maps full plains and then coal diffuse. Let's check what happens if we do that. Ah, that looks beautiful, man. Look at that. That looks much better than that rubber texture. So I think we're going to stick with that for sure. And then the other thing, so let me just save this here. So the other problem or the other thing that I wanted to change is in the actual coal station. Let me just see what this is. This is the other map stuff. The actual coal station quarry. Just wanted to. I've changed it. There's two ways how you could do it. You can either just simply, the simplest way is to just change the name to coal station like that, or to whatever you want to call that cell point. I'm just going to call it coal station. That's the one way. The other way is to have it as I had it here. It's the 110N. So all you do is, you, instead of the limestone, you add a coal station. But if you do that, you're going to need to have an L10N description file in your map. And in order to do that is you will have to create one. The easiest will be to grab one from another map. I know the Hofbergman has got a nice complete one. So if you go into the Hofbergman map, for instance, I think I do have it somewhere. There it is. So if you go into the Hofbergman map, you will find there is, under translations, there is a 110en.xml. This is my dog. He wants to have a rub. Here you go. Okay. Okay. So if you open this up, so all you can do is take everything, copy this whole file, delete everything inside, leave only one text line, and then you put the name in there, what it is, for instance, coal station, and the text coal station, you know. So that's basically what you do, and then just end the text. Remember, the end text must also be there at the bottom, so don't delete everything, just delete everything between the texts, you know. So everything from there right to the top, for instance, you will delete. Let me just show you, just to make sure. So you leave one line for yourself, hold shift, come to the last one, delete the rest, like that. I can even delete that category, you don't need that. So all you need is that, and then change that to coal station, and then make sure the name actually will be, let me just quickly see here. It will be shop item, well, whatever you have in there at the 110N text. So if I open, for instance, let me just quickly go to the lime station one. Now I'm fairly confused now where I am. Translations, placeables, maps. Where is my XML's lime station? You see the name for it, it's 110N underscore. So you take this part, shop item, and then you make it coal station. So that will be your name part. So you take that, copy that, Control C, go into that 110N file, edit, redo, like so. So you'll put that at the name, like so. Control V, shop item lime station, and then you change this to coal, and call this coal station, like so. So that is how you will do it, if you want to do it the long way around. But to tell you the truth, it's actually so much simpler and easier just calling this whole thing coal station there, without using the translator or the translation file. And now all you need to do is just make sure everything is saved. We can quickly have a check in game if it now works. And this is only for fill types, guys. So what we'll do now is, it's obviously not a fruit type. There's no growth in it. It's just something you can cart around in a vehicle to another sell point, or use it in one of your equipment that needs coal, for instance, in case you've got a coal burning electricity plant or something of the kind, you know. So that's how you would use it. So if you click on it now, immediately you see coal station working. And if we now go to our cell list, there's coal, and it says coal station. If you don't put, if you just change the name on top, with an L10N description, it will tell you here missing L10N description in the L10N underscore EN .xml. So it will give you that warning. So then you need to know, okay, I have to create that XML, put the description for it in there, and that should all be fine. And it's just a description name or a translator. But in this case, everything is working fine. We've got coal there sold at the coal station, and on the map we can go to the coal station there. There's the coal station. We can visit it, and let's just quickly test it and see. Purchase, and then we go to our tip van, buy, and now everything should be fine. So if we now come buy some coal, we can buy coal. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? All sorted and out. Now the other thing is, coal is something that lies on the ground, which are actually you don't have access to this land. So first of all, let's just put some money in the bank and buy this land. So just for interest's sake, say we wanted to tip this somewhere on the ground, we still have a problem. So I don't think it's going to be allowing us to tip, because there's still some stuff we have to do. So if I press Control I now, it will tell you it can't be performed here because there is no tip on ground function for this coal yet. So everything that you want to tip on ground, for instance, you need to have a density. It needs to be listed in the density map by types. And now the density map by types is stuff that lies on the ground. So all your stuff like minerals, gold, coal, all that things. If you want anything that needs to be tipped on ground in heaps or whatever, you will definitely need a line in the density map by types. Now, in order to do that, I'll quickly show you guys how to do that too. While we're at it, let's just add it to the map. You know, because obviously in future you want to add some more stuff. So tip on ground, where will we find that now? I don't think my map has got it in. I know in the map XML. Just have a look if I still got that open. Yes. Tree types, spray types, fill types. I don't see a line for it. Control F. Density. Let's have a browse. Density map. Find next. Okay, that's the only one. So let us just go into one of the in-game maps. Data maps. There's a density map by types. Okay. Copy that, drop that into our maps folder in here. So now we have a density map by types. You see there it is with all the stuff is in it. Now we need to add one for coal, but we still need to call this now from our map.xml to make it aware that we actually have one like that, you know. So let's just get a line for it from one of the in-game maps once again. Let's go, I'm not sure if Map Alpine will have, but let's have a look. So open its, that one doesn't have. So let's have a look if one of the other maps have. Map Alpine, Map FR. There you go. Alright, so we've got a line for it there. So copy that, and then we drop it into our maps. Place map XML. Where is my maps XML? Here it is, and just drop it in here. Control V and remove all these little stuff and thingamabobs, and remap this into our maps directory, which will be maps and then density map by types. Great. So now our map knows it needs to pull density map by types from there. Let's save it and then open that XML in our map folder, obviously. There it is. And now we need to add coal to this. You see there's stone, road, salt, snow, whatever. Now by default, you don't need all of these in your XML. You only need the extra ones, because the ones that's listed here is by default in the game, so you don't need them in the XML because it loads anyway, whether you have it in or not. So it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to leave it as is because it is what it is. Just duplicate one there and call it coal, like so. And that's all. Now coal, surface angle 32, I'm going to just leave everything as B. If there is a problem, we should have an error in game. Alright, so let's have a test quick if we now can tip there. I did save everything. Good. Sometimes you forget, you know. It happens. Okay. Have a check. Good stuff. Oh, what's that? It's something about that file. I wonder what that was. I just wanted to have a look there. There is a warning. It's not an error, it's just a warning. It's got something to do about the size or something about the diffuse. It's probably because it's not been optimized or whatever. Texture was flipped with quality loss. Who flipped it? Oh my word. Tell you the truth, it's the first time I have that error. I don't know. With quality. Why is the texture flipped? Okay, I'm just going to ignore it. It's just a warning. So not going to be bothered with that now. Just get rid of this. And then obviously, what did we do now? We added the map height type. So we want to go here to visit. And then also just purchase for us our vehicle. Ooh, before I do that, a rookie mistake. Don't want to make a rookie mistake again. So I'm going to put this here like that. Just have a spawn point there for the vehicles, because otherwise I'll buy it and it goes to the shop. And I don't want it to at the shop, I want it here. Oh, it's almost in the coal heap. Alright, so now if we now fill with coal, we can see if we can now tip it on ground. I should now be able to tip it on ground, but not on this one yet, because I don't own it. But the safest and easiest is to just quickly buy the ground. Let's do that. Don't know how much bucks we need for that, but let's just buy the quarry. And now if we control I, we'll be able to tip on ground. Isn't that beautiful? Makes sense. So anywhere on the map, now we can tip it on the ground, which does actually look nice. And that, my friends, is how you put a new cell point on your map, add a fill type to your map, and how to put it to tip on the ground. Now I also can now make another thing in the map, because it does look a bit dicey to have just one mine in there. I probably can leave it like that, because I can probably make some more ore out of that one. But now that quarry has got a if I go into the map there, this mine thingamabob here, it's got some white stuff there in the background, so I'm probably gonna have to find that thing that's in there. Mine entrance material, picnic shelter diffuse. What is that? I'm trying to figure out what that is in the background. Maybe I should just move this thing out of the way to see what it is called. Oh, it is in there. It's part of that thing. How's that possible? I'm not going to be bothered about it, guys. But if I pull that other black thing forward, maybe it's like this thingamabob here. It's the alpha darkness plane. Let me pull that forward and then put the mine thing back in place. Just like so. Have it something like that. And now this thing, oh, I've got this speed dialed up so much you have to be careful with your keyboard. Okay, I think we can leave it like that. How's that looking? It's a little bit of darkness there for you. Wow. Okay, alpha darkness plane. I think it's alright like that, guys. So then from the one mine we can now mine coal and lime. And dog's just had a heart attack. He heard something outside and he can't get to the door fast enough. It never gets old, guys. the speed bump there at the door. You can't get out fast enough. Oh my word. Alright, I think, guys, that is really awesome. Got that all sorted, I'm glad. So we've added a new fill type to the map. And you can do almost anything like that. Like if you want the mine to mine ore or whatever, you can follow the same procedure. Just have a heap with something, and then put a lime station in it and modify the lime station like we've just done now. Add the fill type and all the little stuff, and then you have all these different minerals on your map that you can sell and use. You don't really, if you want to use the mapite types, it's a whole different ball game. If you want to scoop stuff up from the ground, then you have to actually paint a mapite type with the terrain tool, which is it's more realistic. Wow, great. Sorry for that, guys. Quickly had to have a look what is going on. Anyway, so for painting, I mean, this is realistic enough for me to come and have a mine and then have heaps and then just collect stuff from the heaps, you know. Yeah, so that it does make more sense. But if you really want to use the mapite paint tool and paint some stuff in there, it is a whole different ball game. But this is totally so much easier to do it this way, you know. Just add a full type. Because with the other option, if you do it the other way, you're gonna it's sort of the amount of volume you put in is the amount of volume you're gonna have forever. So it will be you'll be able to deplete it, you know. Where with this, you'll just keep on having. You can sort of mine forever, you know. The mine is not depletable. So if you follow what I'm saying, so I prefer this process than the other one where we're painting a quarry on the ground and I have to have a front end loader to scoop it up. But it is possible. It's another way of doing it. Maybe we'll tackle that on another video someday. I'm not too worried about those. This is nice for small spaces. This option is very nice. Good. Great, guys. I think, to be honest, I think that's enough info for one video again. So I'll make this the end of this video, and then we can carry on with the XML placements and placeables on the next video. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining, for watching. Do remember to subscribe. I do appreciate, and also share my videos. I do appreciate that very much as well. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.